Well, we're all waiting for the tour, and our tour guide just got here, so.
Progress here. We are progressing. This is supposed to open in May of this year. This experience is supposed to be kind of like a walkthrough museum of Dolly Parton's life. Dolly Parton went through and she kind of put the most memorable moments that she wants people to see in here. We have a few different artifacts that are going to be stored at a Smithsonian level. So like some of her wigs, they have the coat of many colors that her mother recreated because the original was lost to time. So this museum will kind of walk you through. You get to go on a bus to Nashville when you walk through a room, and then you'll end up looking at just how she's had the career that she's had. She's had such an impact on this area. So I'm really excited. This is gonna focus on, also we're gonna have a behind the scenes, so that'll focus on the clothes that she wears, the glitz and glam, and then really just her whole life as she started from a kid, because this park so much is tied to different parts of her life. During the tour, we'll also walk through and show some of the recreations of downtown Sevierville that she really wanted in the park because it just represented her childhood. And then if y'all have ventured out to the Wildwood Grove side of the park, that was also heavily influenced by her childhood, because what she remembers as a kid is playing out in the fields and the wildlife seeming larger than life to her. So in the Wildwood Grove, if you're a kid and you see all that stuff, it looks huge and larger than life. So that was really one of the big parts of her, what she wanted on the park as well. So we're doing a festival tour right now. I'm showing them around the park.
Well, I'm going to tell you what gave it away. The lanyard said 2024 tour. I kind of picked up on it. I didn't want to throw it out. Now, where y'all from?
Alabama.
Alabama. Well, welcome. First time to the park? Probably not. Just stepped it up a little bit and decided on a tour. Well, guys, welcome. Enjoy yourselves today. I will tell you what, From the Heart is a really, really great show. It's good to see you. Sorry, this is one of my dearest friends. She's here today. If you get a chance to see the trio that's over at Show Street, I know I'm selling you stuff, but I'm not. It's all free. It's included in your price admission. But over there, well, they're doing VIP tours.
It's a festival tour, so we have 4 different groups.
Oh. Everybody from Alabama or just?
No, Pennsylvania.
Get out. We're at from Pennsylvania.
Probably don't know York.
Huh?
York?
Ma'am, I'm from Altoona.
Oh.
York? Do I know York?
People don't know where York
Oh, I
is.
do. Welcome. First time?
Oh, no.
16 years coming down.
16? I'm going on 19. It scares me.
How long have you been here?
Like I said, I'm going on 19 years.
Working here?
Absolutely. It's a great place. You'll love the park.
Yeah, because I'm real big on football. Because I get like carpet and stuff, and we're not into like like you're just gonna have to
This was opened in 1988. This theater was meant to highlight some of the big performing acts in Sevier County, and just bands, friends of Dolly Parton's performed here when the theater opened. So we had the band Perry, Kenny Rogers performed, we had Toby Mac perform, just a lot of big names. And Dolly had still has a lot of friends, so she got them to perform here, and we still do during some of our festivals. We'll have some not as big names, but important or popular acts that play. One of my favorites was, I don't know if anybody knows her, she's a little country artist, her name's Hannah Dasher, but she played here. That was like the highlight of the fall season for me. But the From the Heart performance, like I told you guys, Dolly has a big hand on how the performances go. So she actually, that I know of, has changed that performance 4 times and tweaked it to her liking. So when you guys watch that, you can know that she really had a hand in the show. And yesterday she was at some of the performances of the show. So I don't know what today's like, but with the tour you guys get the 1 o'clock showing of this. So after the tour ends at 12:30, I can walk you guys back over here, and you guys get time saver reserved seats from being with the tour. So I would really highly recommend that you guys watch the show, just because it's new, you have reserved seats, and I've heard it's great. So Jurassic Park is So this is what downtown Sevierville would have looked like when Dolly was a little kid. There's 3 different parts of the park in this section that has a big influence of when she was a little kid. This right here is Times Theater. So Times Theater is where she played her first paying act when she was a child. So she was 10 years old and she performed at the Times Theater. And that was her first paying audience that we had watched. And right here, I don't know if anybody's ate at Red's Diner here before. So Red's Diner in Sevierville is where Dolly had her first hamburger when she was a little girl. She had a toothache and her dad took her to the dentist. And then her treat for going to the dentist was they went to Red's Diner afterwards. So she just had a plain hamburger, didn't have cheese on it really. So she wanted everybody in the park to be able to experience having a hamburger like when she was a little girl. Walk forward this way, we have another spot. Cass Walker Supermarket. So Cass Walker was, he kind of was one of the people that gave Dolly a platform to where she became popular. So she performed on his show. He was very important in his town. He was like a politician. He owned a lot of these supermarkets, and he also had a radio and TV show. So Dolly Parton became popular on his show that ran between 1929 and 1983. So during her time on there, she became really popular, and then she wanted this just in a part of the park, just a little bit of history, because when you see that name, you kind of wonder, like, who is Cass Walker? So these 3 areas tied together is kind of what it would look like when you were walking through downtown Sevierville. And then we just kind of added on just to add to the theme a little bit. So we have Lightning Rod and we have Rockin' Roadway. I don't know, has anybody rode Lightning Rod since we opened it back up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Y'all can come over here and holler at me.
We were just highlighting some of the musicians and asking you just a few basic questions. Like, what
Yeah,
are your-
I'd love to answer. Got any questions for me?
Y'all want to ask
How long you
questions?
been with it?
I'm new. I'm. This is like my 2nd season with it, so it's the first time they've had a guitar player in like 30 years. So I'm thanking God that they needed one. So and I was looking for a job, so that worked out well. I'm enjoying it. We went on our tour. We're just coming off the road. We're like one of the only acts that actually goes and like hits the road in the off season because Dollywood's closed for a couple of months.
Yeah.
So we're just coming off the tour. It's my first tour ever. So we did a cruise. It was like 5 days, which is cool. I don't know if y'all like to cruise, but I kind of got motion sickness, whatever. And then we did the tour, and it was cool. Listening to the diesel engine all night long, whatever. But I'm glad to be home. I'll say that. Glad to be back at Dollywood, huh?
Are you from here?
Yeah. I just grew up right down the road, man. Like 45 minutes from here. So yeah, a lot of these guys, they've been here a long time. Some of them, but they've had to like transplant from different areas, but not me, no. Yeah, I grew up. Yeah, actually, I used to work here back in 2016, 2017, and 18, and it was, I had my mom bring me over here. I was super young, and so they brought me over here, and I auditioned on this stage. That's crazy. So, not for the Kingdom Marriage, for a different show.
Yeah.
Back when I had hair. Yeah, so. Where are y'all from? Different places?
Alabama.
Pennsylvania? Alabama?
South Carolina.
South
South
Carolina.
Carolina?
Yeah.
We're from Florida.
Sparta, okay. Yeah. We kind of went around. We did a few Alabama dates and South Carolina. We didn't get up north this time. Usually we get up there some, but this tour we didn't. So.
I lived in Cleveland for a while. Tennessee.
Cleveland, Tennessee?
Lived in League.
Yeah, man.
What you doing?
I'm just
Talking about Tennessee?
Yeah, Tennessee.
They all
Vols.
play today.
This is our lead singer, Chris Bryant, right here.
Oh.
He's the newest guy, but he ain't new to Southern gospel music.
We look like brothers.
Yeah, we can't get too close to be islands in the stream, won't we?
We don't stand next to each other on pictures. You got that. So y'all do? What do y'all do? Like this?
This is our festival tour.
Okay. So y'all just are going all over the place.
Taking on a tour.
There you go.
We're highlighting some of the musicians.
Okay. Now he's a musician. My goodness, he can play. Did you tell him all your background? He's been
Nah,
everywhere.
well,
This man's
no.
been everywhere.
I ain't been everywhere. I've been
Yeah.
everywhere in this town, but I ain't. Other than that,
Like if you walk in the restaurants in town, you pull out one of the broachures. He's probably in.
I'm probably in there.
Some of them he had hair. Some of them he didn't.
I'm right behind Parrot Mountain.
There you go. There you go. Well, is it still raining out there?
Office.
Have y'all been to see the other shows? No.
Not yet.
Yes, we did yesterday.
Okay. Did you see us yesterday?
We haven't.
No, we didn't.
I haven't seen any of them. Are they cool? Are they good?
They're
Because it's
after
like-
this. They're gonna go see From the Heart at 1 o'clock. So
Okay.
they'll get to see that.
Is that the one in Celebrity?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
that'll be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all have to come back, tell 'em if it's any count.
Now, where you guys live at? Everybody different. Local.
Pennsylvania, Alabama,
Go
South
Steelers.
Carolina, South Carolina.
Okay.
Do what?
Well, I said
Sparta.
go Steelers, but you might.
Yeah.
You in the Philadelphia
My
part?
bad.
Where
I
you
thought
at?
you were in North Carolina.
Right here, bud.
Oh, Raiders. Okay. Close. Sounds the same.
The Raiders.
Oh, well, good. Well, get
I
along.
told them we went on tour about all these places except we didn't go up north.
No, we didn't go to Pennsylvania.
You guys are scared us.
Probably.
Yeah,
Next
we
year we're
scared.
going to again because they used to do kind of a Delaware, Virginia, well they did West Virginia, but we used to go on up and do some. I think next year we'll go back. So, at least for 1 week. We just don't tour very much, so we don't have much time off.
Plus, you know, if Dollywood eventually goes to
Yeah.
open in January, February,
We may not ever go anywhere.
we might not have to go anywhere, so that'd be good for me.
For us.
Well, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. And when you
It's the I will always love you punch.
I'll try it first. I'm gonna eat a cherry.
Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Good. Actually, pretty good. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So I think it's really cute and it's a personal touch. We also have our ham and beans restaurant. That was named after her best friend, whose last name is Ogle. Her, I think it's mom, and so it's Granny Ogle, our grandma Granny Ogle's Ham and Beans. So that's another good restaurant we have here on Park. But I love the backstory behind Aunt Granny's, and I think it's arguably the best restaurant in the park. Miss Lillian's is pretty good, and I like Hickory House, but this is just like home style cooking. All right, so what we just walked through right here, this used to be the original entrance of Silver Dollar City.
Oh.
So everything from there on used to be just like a parking lot. So Dolly really put all the touches, especially in the show street, and then when we continue on down to Country Fair, that also opened when the park opened. But when we walked through Market Square, that also used to be one of the original entrances of Dollywood. So they just kept expanding as the park grew. Wildwood Grove was actually our biggest add-on to the park, and that opened in 2019. But Silver Dollar City used to start here, and then it used to end right around where Blazing Fury is. So it used to be a really tiny park.
Yeah.
And if we go a little bit farther back, the park originally opened up as Rebel Railroad. So our steam engine coal-driven train. This used to be pretty much the main attraction, and then they had a little saloon and a blacksmith shop.
This was like
And then it
crazy.
grew and it became Gold Rush Junction. And then it became Gold Rush for just a season. And then, and years have passed in between these. Then it became Silver Dollar City for a while. And then in 1986, that's when Dollywood opened. And then ever since then, the park has kept growing. I think in the last 10 years, we've grown the most that the park's grown previously before in any amount of years, just by acreage and development, because they wanted to turn this park from a side show attraction to a destination park. So people travel now from all over the place to come visit our park. We even have people come from the United Kingdom that come this far to visit the park. So I think it's pretty impressive, and I can't wait. They announced yesterday we have a new ride that's going to be coming in 2026. So
Where's that going to be, do you know?
I do not know, and I keep thinking, so I'm wondering, I don't know if it's going to be in Wildwood Grove, just because that's where they've been expanding a lot lately, or I don't know. I wish I knew all the insider information, but they don't trust me with all the secrets. But as we're walking into Craftsman's Valley, this area is really focused on our artisans and our crafters. We have a blacksmith shop, and we have a leather shop, and then we have a hat shop. So they do a lot of our, they build a lot of our things you can buy. So I like that because you can have them like make you a belt, or you can get a hat. You have a sign shop here, so it's more personal crafted items than you get from things shipped from overseas. So one of the quotes we have here, it says blacksmith shop, and she's going to show y'all a little presentation, and then she has a little something for y'all at the end of the presentation. So this is Tracy.
Hi.
Y'all can kind of gather around so you can hear.
Makes that a little easier. Although this will be fun to compete with. How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Wet.
Oh, I know. We don't have more of an awning. I'm sorry. I'm dry for now. Yeah, I'm Tracy. I work at the Welcome to Craftsman's Valley. I don't know if you guys passed the blown glass, but we've got blown glass up on the hill, blacksmith down there. The candle shop is up on the hill here. Actually, the sweet shop is part of fits more of the craftsman side of things than the food side of things. But I don't know if you saw the candy apples and all, but you see what I mean because they're gorgeous. But and then of course there's the Smoky Creek leather. So you know, Dollywood's really excited about having artists and doing. The bluegrass is a little distracting right now. But yeah, so we're as a working artist, it's really exciting to be a part of something like that. Preserve some of the time-honored, there's craft preservation, time-honored craftsman practices, whatever you want to call that. So I have not actually been here all that long, but it has been really fun to learn how to do some of this stuff. But I was going to show you guys just a little bit of our process. So we do all kinds of stuff here. We do belts, guitar straps, keychains. Currently working on new things. I'm working on some hair barrettes to start selling. We actually use the sticks from the candy apples for the barrettes. So you know, we're all about using the things that can work. But I was going to make a keychain for you guys if that's okay. But even if it isn't, I'm going to anyway. So we get all of our leather actually comes in hides. It's already tanned. It's a vegetable tan process. We cut those huge hides into strips for leather belts, and then whatever's left over, which tends to be a lot, because you know, cow hides are not square completely. So whatever ends up being left over. We are in the trifecta of noise right now. This does happen, it never fails, but whatever's left over we use for the scrap we use for keychains and anything else we can get our hands on, even to the tiniest. We got little tiny butterfly necklaces that I've been making out of like the smallest stuff we can use. So we try to use as much as we can, because then that gives us more use out of what we've got. So we cut all of our, if we're going to keychain, we use we have a big hydraulic press in there that we take like a steel die like this, and we cut it out. So we got the little heart, have a punch that everything's about pressure and sharpness, you know, just like real basic. So I've already got that cut, but I was gonna just make sure I got everything here. I try to get everything ready, but you never know. That's the thing about any y'all artists, any art people. Oh, okay, that's good. I don't have to be too impressive then, I guess. I just got a little bit of a glue spot on this one, but it's a demonstration. This one isn't. You guys have your own fancier ones that I've made already, so you don't have to worry about it. But they glue seal the backs of the cowhide, so sometimes the glue does get on the leather and it affects things. But yeah, you want to we wet the leather down so that we can stamp it. And we're going to use the official Dollywood butterfly that you have seen literally everywhere, usually pink. And it's just hammering it in. This is great for my stress level, especially like at Christmas. So always scares children. I always feel kind of bad. And then I'm gonna use my favorite tool, which is we really no artists at all, right? Not at all. Oh, okay. A little bit. Okay, just
I
shy.
do weaving. Yeah, I'm shy.
You do what kind of art?
Weaving.
Like basket weaving?
Like
Or like loom weaving. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So I love a good new tool. I'm sure lots of people feel that way. New toys, but this is one of my favorites. A barrel knife, and just kind of rolls. And we're gonna make the butterfly fly. Get 5 little ticks on there for "I will always love you." That's 5, right? And we got to put some music notes on it because our butterfly's gonna sing. Not really. But. And you got any singers? Any musicians? Wow. Okay. So proud. Any comics? Guess not. Just me. All right, that's cool. Put some music notes on here. Yeah, it's a pretty simple process. We have over 200 stamps that we use. It's one of my favorite things is when like little kids want to come up and get a belt, and then they want to sit and look at those stamps and get all of them. And I'm like, we need to narrow that down to 2, buddy. Which they do. And our mom will talk them out of. You don't want that. And I'm like, let them get a dinosaur belt. I'm about it. I will do a dinosaur belt all day long. So we use a alcohol-based dye on most of ours. So we've got different colors. You know, the belts don't come in different colors. So a lot of people don't realize that. So we've got all these different colors that we use. I'm actually going to dye this one pink though, because although it's not a very like bright, shiny pink day, I hate that you guys are committed. I'm like walking around in the rain and. How do you pronounce your name again? Alani. Poor Alani having to like be all soaked. But she was sitting here talking to me earlier and just watching water drip on the back of her neck. I just felt bad.
Hair's going in a ponytail.
Do what?
Said hair's going in a ponytail.
Well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. We work rain or shine or snow around here a lot of times, which I don't know if y'all got trapped in the snow that time, but that was interesting for me. So this dye is super finicky. You gotta get a really kind of even. So, but a lot of times, sometimes the streakiness of the dye can be kind of rustic. So, not with the pink. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist on that. And then I use a highlight. It's still a dye, but it's a stickier kind of substance, so it goes into the indentations and stays there a little bit, so it makes them stand out. And I'm gonna wipe it off here in a second, so don't panic. That's what I tell kids. I'm like, I'm not messing your keychain up, buddy. I'm not making it black. I promise. I'm gonna wipe it off, but it does stain a little bit, so we got to get the whole keychain. Where are you guys from?
South Carolina.
Pennsylvania? Okay, so you know some snow. Where else?
South Carolina.
South Carolina, nice. What part?
Greenville.
Oh, nice. You always have to say South Carolina because there's like 47 Greenvilles here. So we got South Carolina, Pennsylvania. Anywhere else?
Sparta, Tennessee.
Oh, Sparta, nice. Do what? Alabama. Oh, well, I see why you spoke last. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We love Alabama. Sometimes. I like to make jokes. Sometimes they bomb, I'll be honest. But sometimes that's funny. We don't want to leave it like that because that dye will kind of rub off. So we put a top coat on there. It helps it dry a little bit. Also protects it over time. But I think a lot of people like it when the leather wears, the dye and everything kind of wears down a little bit. Makes it look worn and rustic or whatever. And that would take about, I mean, y'all's are already ready, but that would take about an hour or 2 to dry, just to be sure. And then the next thing, the last thing I gotta do is put the hardware on, which I keep looking for things as if I didn't already set it out. You know, that's life. What's the next? Y'all had fun on the tour so far, though? What's been the highlight so far? And don't say me. I know it is, but don't. I don't want to embarrass those people if I'm your highlight. Y'all gotta work with me here. I'm trying my best.
Everybody looks pretty happy with the potato.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that yesterday. They just handed us a potato. I was like, literally, that's my dream situation. I would just be like, anybody just want to hand me a potato for anything, I'd just be fine with it. Oops, it's a little sticky still. And then I'm just gonna put the ring on it, and we have a key ring over here. Officially. Y'all ever try to put the keys on a keychain and use your fingernails?
Yeah, it's the worst process.
I tried that the Maybe a week. I might have gone a week. It might have been a day before I realized this isn't going to work for me. And there we go. We got a keychain. So pretty simple. Any questions? Anybody want to become a leather worker? Go ahead and start whenever you want. How many we got?
8.
8. Let's see. Do I have 8? 1, 2, 3, 6. That's exactly how many are on here. It was physical. Well, y'all stay dry. This
Too
is
late for that.
do what?
Too late for that.
I know. I mean, yeah, it's like good luck. All right, I'm gonna give these to you. You can distribute them. That makes it easier. Because I don't want to reach over and get away.
There you go. When this park was still Silver Dollar City, they built this chapel and they named it the Robert F. Thomas Chapel. When it became Dollywood, they kept the name Robert F. Thomas because he was the leading physician in Sevier County at the time. So when this became Dollywood and they made this the Robert F. Thomas Chapel, Dolly Parton knew she wanted to keep it named that because Robert F. Thomas actually had a special connection to her family. He was the doctor who delivered her when she was born, and her family repaid him with a sack of cornmeal for delivering Dolly. So this chapel holds a lot of value to the park. And I just think it's cool that it was already named the Robert F. Thomas Chapel, and then when it became Dollywood, it was already, it's kind of like it was like meant to be, in my opinion. But this statue here that's carved, this was actually carved by one of the wood carvers when we had carving artisans in the park. So this has been here for a long time, and then we have the stained glass in the back, but I think that's my favorite thing in the chapel, since it was handmade here. It also ties into being important, but during the Christmas time, they will have a choir in here that sings and does Christmas songs during Christmas, and then they also have a church service every Sunday that they leave here, and we also have a lady named Cricket. She's worked here for over 30 years, and she actually every Sunday works around her lunch break. That way, on her lunch break, she can come in and lead the choir part of the church service. So she's been here for a long time. I didn't see her working today, but if you guys walk through Market Square, kind of where we got the punch underneath that covered area that you walk through, she usually is working there. So if you ever see her, her name is Cricket, and she's been here for so long. If you want to know anything about the park, she is like happy to answer like any questions y'all have. I can't imagine working like here for so long, getting to see so many changes throughout the park, just because the last 10 years has seen so much change in the park. But yeah.
And I apologize so much. Just and Dollywood does the property. They haven't had it ever since the time. Those chicken paparazzi, I'm so shy. That's the best people. It's red the room. Yeah, are y'all having a fun day? Yeah. I'm so glad. Are you VIP too?
We're on a festival tour.
Ooh, a festival tour. That is too. Oh, it's a festival tour. And you got your love color glasses on today. Look your eyes, love makes everything okay. I'm a festival tour. Oh, she's gonna show you all around Dollywood. Over there inside school on a chicken coop. Yeah, they're redoing the chicken coop up there at Miss Lily's right now. And so I'm running around giving chicken lessons until they do. Well, since you're special on tour, well, here, let me give you some magic pennies. Yes, yes, this is for you. Oh, just leave it, right? You just did angel work. Somebody's going to have something in their heart. And they're walking to the chapel to pray. Then, oh, it's a feather from Uncle Waldo. Here, left this side. Yeah, and so you just, you never know. Isn't that, oh, it's got goosebumps and all the chicken leg. That's for you, honey. And that's for you. And that's for you, Big Bird. Yes, and you, Red Rooster. It's so good to see you.
Thank you.
And you, and you, and you. Yes, so you have magic pennies to take with you. Oh, I'm so glad that you were here in the chapel today. I think it is my favorite place in the world. I sing a lot about chicken. Because even though I'm a lot about that, sometimes you need to pray and emotional support, you can just kick that with everybody. Yes, thank you. He's looking at me like, oh my gosh. No wonder you're being so quiet, son. I thought I recognized you. Aren't you on that Rooster Top Miles show? I saw that the little curls in the back of your head, the way it just points in the direction towards the cross. That is so deep and meaningful. You must have spent hours on yourself before you come to the floor today. That's gorgeous. Joseph.
Really, I wake up like this.
You what?
I wake up like this.
Oh, just like my husband. I just get up and they're just like this. I mean, you know what I do in Halloween? I would dress up every day of the year, Halloween, and take all this off, and I scare my husband, no makeup. Yes, God bless you. Anyway, so, she's still, hey, everybody, Randy Chapel. It's a place of joy, too, besides prayer. You've got joy, you can earn your wings. You know what they say? Every time a bell rings, an angel earns their chicken wings. That's what happened with Chicken Little. That's why you love chicken. That's right. Oh, it's so fun to have you.
Well,
We got wet.
we're drifting, but
That's the, we conclude our tour at the, what show is this called again?
from the heart.
Yeah, From the Hearts show, right here in the Celebrity Theater. And part of the tour, you get the, like a time saver pass reserve seat.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice. We're really up close on the stage.
Yep.
Hope y'all enjoy the video. If y'all do, hit that like button, subscribe.
Catch
We'll
us
get
next time.
later.